Peace, everyone. Hi, this is Angela Jordan Perry with United Community of Homeschoolers Unlimited. Starting out with you on a new platform or program that I have is called the Homeschool Upstart. So one of the things I'm going to start doing is posting just simple how-tos of getting started in homeschooling and what that looks like and what you need to do. These are just going to be small little tidbits of information on a variety of things. If you think about homeschooling, what you might want to be thinking about, and maybe some things that you all are thinking about that you'd like to hear some conversation around as it relates to homeschooling. So first, before I dive in, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am Angela Jordan Perry. I'm the owner, director, and administrator of this Option 3 Accountability Association here in the state of South Carolina. It's called United Community of Homeschoolers Unlimited. I have been a homeschooling mom for 19 years, 8 children of whom I've been homeschooling, 3 of whom we have graduated out of homeschool, and 5 I'm still in the thick of homeschooling. We make our homestead in the upstate of South Carolina, the northwestern part of the state, in the mountains, the foothills. And I have been married to my life partner now for 27 years, next month, July. So I've homeschooled in Virginia, homeschooled now in South Carolina, and just have a lot of insights under my belt to share with you. The reason why I'm doing this is because, our state of South Carolina, unfortunately, have not ranked very well educationally in the public sector for schooling. And I am finding more and more families are wanting to homeschool. They want to figure it out, understand it. They're nervous. They doubt themselves. They're uncertain if they can even do it. But I'm here to tell you and show you that you can do it. And you probably can do even better in their education than anyone else. And to let you know all the resources and helps and that's available to you. So if you would hit the share button and share this out to your page, get some friends and tell them about this page and get them following and liking this page, especially if they're considering homeschooling or you think they should consider homeschooling. So today's topic is how to choose curriculum. And what do you teach? Where do you start to decide I'm going to homeschool and what am I going to use? Let me tell you, when I first started homeschooling, we were in Virginia and my oldest was 4. And I knew I was going to start traditional, getting started educating her because she was very smart, very bright, wanted to learn. So I just started with what I had at that time. And so I went to Walmart and I just picked up a lot of different books, just basic writing books and letters and all that kind of stuff. Although she knew all of that, but I wanted to hone in on, all of the details of all of that. So she went through those books, needless to say, very quickly. But I started out with Walmart books that taught phonics, that taught matching phonics to a picture, that taught adding and subtracting and the basics in the books. Okay, so that's all I used. So when you're starting in under option 3, just know that you as the home educator have all the freedom in the world to choose the curriculum in which you want to use or in which you feel will benefit the goal of just educating your child depending on where they are. There are thousands of curriculum out there. And everyone has their favorite for whatever reason, and I have my favorites because I've been using them now for 19 years. They work and I know it and I can just pass it on to the next child. I know how to make it work. But the gist of it is anything that you find, whether it's in Walmart, whether it's in Costco, whether it's in the library or homeschool store or whatever, teacher store, you can create it in such a way that you can make it work for your children, okay? So find out in your local area, in our local area in South Carolina and in the southern part where Columbia, Charleston, all that is, there are tons of homeschool stores that sell curriculum, okay? I would just say go in and sit down and look at the math books. If you feel like, this math book is going to give my kid 30 or 50 problems to do in a session, that's overkill, but it's only $3, I will buy it. Buy the $3 book. Math is math. Only things that are different is if there's color or not. And then just choose, hey, you do 10 problems from this section. And if I see that you understand it, we're going to move on. Okay, make it work for you. If there seems to be a lot of quizzes and tests and you're like, that is not where I am at, I don't want to bog my child down with quizzes and tests, then don't do the quizzes and tests. If your child is going to do well and they don't like writing, it's painstakingly, to write, then use resources online. Don't think about a curriculum in just a book. Use resources online. You have Khan Academy, you have Time for Learning, you have, there's a ton of them. Just go and Google online, even if you want free, but you can just say online homeschool curriculums and or homeschool classes or online math studies or what have you. And you will see a ton of information will come up. When it comes to just basic reading and that type of thing, your library is your best friend. So my whole point is to encourage you to not think so in a box that I have to have the right book and I have to find these curriculums, etc. Start with what you have and utilize it. Make it work for you and your children, okay? If it's too much and overkill, then don't make them do every problem, even if it's English, We've used Becca English and they are overkill, but they're thorough, but very much overkill on a lot of the English. So I would tell my child to do every other, or I'll say here is 10, do every other out of that 10. All right, if this resonates with you, give me a thumbs up, and hopefully this information is good. It's very to the point and very simplistic, but a lot of people just ask, that's a question I get often, how or which curriculum should I use? Find something and stick with it. When they get into the middle school and high school years, your library is your best friend. And then a lot of resources are online. Check out, I forget the one that we were using. It skips my mind right now. I forget. It's one that we have used for years online. If I remember, I put it in the notes down below. And we have used these resources for science, for writing, and all of these things like that. And it works great online, and there's no charge for it. You can find things that can range from $500 or more for a course down to free. And it's really up to you. Do not allow choosing a curriculum to get you stuck and not get started homeschooling your child in whatever state you're in, but particularly in South Carolina. It is very doable, very easy, and I want to say jump in there. Choose your curriculum. Just search around. Make it a simple process. There's not a perfect curriculum. I want to repeat that. There is not a perfect curriculum. There are a lot of curriculums out there that each different family enjoy and like and use for their benefit. If you have some questions and you want to know some specifics that I've used, I'll let you know. If there's some questions that you have along this topic, please put them down below and I will reply to you. Please get this out to your friends, the Homeschool Upstart, and here in South Carolina and coming to other locations as well, the Homeschool Upstart, okay? All right, thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you. And again, this is Angela Jordan Perry. If you have some specific questions and you want to know more about my association, go to www.UCHUnlimited.com. That's my website where you can find all about my association here in the state of South Carolina. And also visit my YouTube channel, United Community of Homeschoolers Unlimited. And of course, here on Facebook, be sure to follow and subscribe to all of those locations I've just mentioned, okay? Take care. Have a great day. Peace.